Come explore the magic of Disney, the adventures of Universal Studios, and cruise the high seas. This is Explore the Mouse.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
And here are your hosts, Eric and Casey.
Sometimes hello.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Explore the Mouse podcast. This is episode, what we're calling 202. And we were just talking about how we're going to renumber these since we took such a long hiatus. And we decided that we are going to kind of make this as like a season 2. So this is episode 202. I know it sounds a lot, but it is what it is. We just didn't know how to do it. So, why not? Just go 202. I'm Eric Lagaikis. I am your host. And unfortunately, Casey is not on this podcast again. And I'm just going to give a little bit of a disclaimer of kind of why she's been absent the first two so far. And Casey and I are expecting another child. I swear this one is not going to derail the podcast. We're going to keep this podcast rolling forward no matter what. Even if I have to do it by myself, which is what I'm doing right at the moment. And so we're a few months away from our due date, and so Casey is kind of in and out of not feeling well. So we're gonna get her on the podcast very, very shortly. I promise. We do have a couple of great things planned for you guys. Some really good food reviews, and we stayed at a couple Disney or resorts near Disney or on Disney property. Since we've talked last, and we're gonna talk about those on a couple podcasts as well. But today is episode 202, and in approximately 7 days, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party starts. Yeah, this is if I had a clap one, I'd put a clap thing in there right now. I don't even. But yeah, so we have that coming. I mean, I'm super excited about that. That is huge. And it's going to be so much fun. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is such a fun event. Such a fun event. If you've never been, it's hard to even describe, but if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. And it starts August 12th, and it goes through October 31st. And the fun thing about it is that it's Halloween. It does have like, some elements of it do have, some scariness to it of Halloween. But the whole thing is meant to be super fun and just a good time for everyone. I mean, if you're someone who likes a little bit of, fright, there's a little bit of that sprinkled in. And if you're, a kid that doesn't want any of that, they got that, which is great. So this episode is going to be talking all about Not So Scary Halloween Party, and kind of getting everyone ready for the big event. So the first thing I wanted to really talk about, and this is kind of our Disney news, by the way. This is kind of taking our Disney news factor in. So if you are interested in going to this event, it is a select night starting August 12th. It's not every night. So you guys could actually go to disneyworld.disney.go.com. And look for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it'll actually give you the event dates. But I wanted to give you kind of a couple ideas of what's going on. So there's actually 2 nights that are already sold out, Tuesday, August 16th, and actual Halloween. Those days are already sold out. So if you were looking to go there on Halloween, it's not going to happen unless something, opens up last minute, which it doesn't often happen. And if it does, it's going to be hard to get. But just to kind of give you an idea of the event dates that they're actually doing, there is a pretty decent amount of days, right? And your tickets range. The opening night, your tickets are $139, and that's for ages 10 and up, and $129 for ages 3 to 9. And pretty much between August 19th and actual Halloween, they range from $109 to about $179. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Event tickets for 10 and up. and then they range from about 99 to 169 for 3 to 9. So if you're planning on going, you have to budget for this because it's an extra ticket. So, you don't have to go to the park that day, but if you're going to a park, you're looking at, the park ticket on top of this. So you're easily looking at over $300 a person, to go to a park and this if you're doing it that day. So sometimes kind of what I recommend to people is, maybe make that like a Disney Springs day or a hotel pool day or something like that. That way you're not having to, kind of keep piling on days because you're going to be in the park anyways that day for the Not So Scary Halloween party. So, maybe that's a day that you don't plan for a park and that kind of takes place of your park ticket, So those are some things to think about as well. There is some discounts as well. If you are a annual pass holder or a DVC club member, you can save $10 per ticket. I know it's not a ton, but it's $10. So, I mean, if you have a family of 4, that's at least $40 that you're saving there. And again, I mean, you're going to Disney, so you should know, that it's one of those things. And the party takes place from 7 p.m. to midnight. So that's another thing. If you're not going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but you're going to be in town between August 12th and October 31st, just know to look at the dates of when the Magic Kingdom's closing early at 7, which basically means that you're kind of out. There's, you're not going to be able to stay in the park past 7 unless you have that park ticket for the Not So Scary Halloween party. So ticket holders, you could be admitted to the Magic Kingdom as early as 4 p.m. though. So that's a big one. You get 8 hours in the park with that ticket. So, and then once the park closes at 7 and it's just the ticket holders for the event, it's amazing. Like you can pretty much walk on pretty much almost every ride. You're not having those like 90 to 120 minute waits and stuff like that because it's reduced crowds. It's a limited ticket event. Like I said, there's already 2 dates already sold out. So. It's pretty crazy. And what they do is some of the fun things they do is, I mean, they make everything like they put a Halloween twist on everything, like the Mad Tea Party, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Space Mountain. Some of the other ones is like Magic Carpets, Pirates of the Caribbean, Big Thunder, Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party is just 10 times better. So if you're a Haunted Mansion fan, it's one of those amazing things. But even everything else, like a bunch of Fantasyland rides, Storybook Circus, like Dumbo Barnstormer, pretty much everything inside of Tomorrowland outside of Carousel of Progress. Even the People Mover has some different themings to it as well. So there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of funness to it, I guess you could say. I think one of the big things, though, for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party is the actual entertainment. The entertainment for the Halloween is, impeccable? I think that's what you'd want to say. And a lot of it starts, and I'm going to say right here, a lot of it starts with the actual fireworks show. It's called the Disney Not So Spooky Spectacular, and it is a insanely awesome Halloween laser firework light show. And it's basically themed around Disney villains. And it's a really amazing thing because especially if you're someone who really likes Disney villains, this fireworks show is for you. And it's something you can't see. Unless you watch it on YouTube, but in person, you can't see this unless you go to the Halloween party. It's hosted by my favorite person, Jack Skellington. I think that's just it's awesome to see Jack Skellington is one of my favorite things. But you still have Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Goofy. They're all there, and it's just this really cool thing of Disney villains versus the Disney heroes, and it's just a really really cool thing. And a lot of it, or not a lot of it, but some of it is actually inspired by Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. So there's a lot of that in there as well. Those fireworks show, they start at 10:15 every night. And again, you have to have the special admission to get into that. But the stage shows are another element that just make Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, just insanely amazing. The Sanderson Sisters are a huge part of the stage shows, and especially now with Hocus Pocus 2 on the verge of coming out. We already have the trailer for it on Disney Plus, and it's finished. The movie's finished. It's ready to go. They're probably just putting some final tweaks on the cutting room floor. Maybe, I don't even know. I mean, it might even just be edited and just waiting for its release date. But the preview, the trailer is unbelievable. So if you are a Hocus Pocus fan, not only do we have a great movie coming out, but you also get to see the Sanderson Sisters on stage for the, they call it the Villain Spectacular. And it is basically, as they put it, it's sparing chills and thrills when encountering Disney villains during a wickedly fun celebration. And it's just a really cool. It's just a really big Halloween party, and it's a really fun time. The Sanderson Sisters cast a spell on everyone in the Magic Kingdom. Plus you also have appearances, and if this is something too, if you like rare characters, people you don't see often, this is an event to go to because you also get to see Dr. Facilier, Oogie Boogie, Maleficent, and many others. Hades makes a bunch of Hades. I've seen Hades a couple different places during the Not So Scary Halloween Party. So it's a really cool thing. It's a really cool thing you don't normally get to see during a normal experience. And I'm a huge fan of Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorites. So I really love the Christmas events at Disney. But I have to say the Not So Scary Halloween Party, it's done so well that it's kind of hard to not want to be a part of it. So if you've never experienced it, at least do it one time. That's all I'm asking. At least do it one time in your life because it really is a fun time, especially if you have young kids. And I'll put this caveat out there. This is one of the only times that adults could actually dress up in costume inside of a Disney park. As you all know, you can't dress up in costumes. They don't want people, like adults dressing up like princesses or anything like that, because it, confuses kids. They want the actual princesses that they pay to shine. So this is the only time that adults could dress up. So if you're someone who loves to dress up for Halloween and you want to go to the parks doing it, this is the event to do it too. So they also have the Boo to You Halloween Parade. It's actually a good sized parade. It's about 20 minutes roughly. It's about a 20-minute parade, and it's really, really great. They go, basically it's down Main Street. Mickey and Minnie are part of it, donning their Halloween costumes. One of my favorite part of it is you get to see a lot of, again, characters you don't normally see, like the Haunted Mansion. You get the hitchhiking ghost and the spectral bride. And, you even get some, Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. And it's just a really, really neat time to be a part of. And I think they have two different times that they do this parade every night. Usually it's around 9 o'clock, and again about 11. So, you get two of those parades, and similar to the other parades you see in the park, begins in Frontierland and ends on Main Street. So it's a pretty long parade, kind of like Festival of Fantasy, the same parade route as Festival of Fantasy, and you get to see that twice in one night. But when you go to this, you're going not just for that, but you're going for the treats. And not just trick-or-treating, but you're actually going for the treats that they release in all the parks. And this year they have a completely new menu. And the menu is incredible from what I've read. And I believe, if I remember right, everything that I've seen on it is actually new. I don't think there's anything that's repeated like it was before. And I'm trying to pull it up right now exactly what the menu is because there's a lot. There is so much you know, so many treats that's there. So I'm going to pull that up, and so we could actually talk about the actual dessert guide, because Disney did release they did release the dessert guide for it, and it's their foodie's guide to ghoulish delights, and it's absolutely amazing. I think, did I release a video on my social media? I'm not sure if I did. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. Sometimes I do a lot of my social media where I'll make a video of something, and then I'll put in my drafts, and I'm busy. Like, there's a lot going on in my life, so sometimes I forget to post it the next day. So I got to go look and see if I post it. If not, I will, and maybe it'll be perfect timing with this episode. So let's talk about some of the treats that you can find, because all over the park there's new treats. Now, this is the caveat that I want to put out there, is you do have the option for some of these treats to get them during normal park hours. So if you're someone who doesn't want to go to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, that's fine. You don't have to, because some of these things you can get during the regular park hours, and I'm going to talk about that right now. But let's start in Tomorrowland with Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies. And Anti-Gravity's, first off, Anti-Gravity's is one of my favorite places for treats. It is unbelievable food. The ice cream snacks that they put out there, I mean, that some of the most Instagram worthy desserts that I've seen have come out of Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies, and they have two things that you can get there, and one of them is available during the regular park hours, and one of them is only available during the Not So Scary Halloween Party, and that one is the Not So Poison Apple Milkshake. And this milkshake you could only get during the ticketed event. It's an apple pie milkshake with a green apple whipped cream, sour apple marshmallow straw, cinnamon donuts, looks like a hidden Mickey, and a poison apple straw. It looks incredible. And I'll post a link in my social media so you guys could actually see this. But it's on the Disney Parks blog. They're the ones that kind of released this first. And then the other thing you can get, which you can get during regular park hours and the actual party, is, which I think is delicious looking, is a sweet candy corn soft serve. So it's sweet corn and vanilla soft serve topped with candy corn chocolate bow. So if you're a candy corn person, and even the cone looks like it might be flavored or it's just colored, I'm not sure, but it looks like candy corn, and they did a great job with this. But you can get this during regular park hours as well. Casey's Corner has a couple different options as well, and Casey's is one of my favorites. And both of their options you can get during regular park hours and the Not So Scary Halloween Party. So if you can't go to it or don't want to pay for it, you can try these two things at Casey's. And the first one is called Pain and Panic Hot Dog. It's an all-beef hot dog, sweet and spicy onion relish, sriracha mustard, and they call it spicy cheese flavored snacks, but let's be real, it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I guess they just can't call it Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but that's what it is. It looks good. I guess I would try it. But for me, when I go to Casey's, there's just, I have my staples with Casey's that I have to get. But I mean, maybe I'll try. I mean, I think you have to. Why not? It does look good. It's just, to me, when I go to Casey's, I need that foot long with the Waltz chili on it. That thing is just, oh my gosh, that's good. The other thing they have there, which this looks fantastic, is Winifred's Elixir of Youth. And it's a black tea slushie with kiwi foam and a Winifred chocolate piece on the top. It looks great. The kiwi foam sounds and looks interesting, but I think with the black tea slushie, I think it might actually be a pretty good drink, to be honest with you. And both of these are available during regular park hours as well. So give that a try. And I think you're also going to see a lot of Sanderson Sisters merchandise and food items because of not only Halloween. They already have a big presence with Not So Scary Halloween, but they also have a pretty big presence right now because of the movie coming out. So I think you're going to see a lot of that, especially with the next one at the Cheshire Cafe. And if you guys don't know where this is, it's basically right on the right between the back entrance of Fantasyland and right outside Tomorrowland, pretty much across from like the teacups. And where is it at? Cosmic Rays, like right across from like Cosmic Rays. They have two things there, and both of them are available during regular park hours. That's a lot. I've seen a lot that are just regular park hours, so it's weird that only a few things are exclusive to the Not So Scary Halloween Party. But yeah, I guess that's good, especially if you don't want to go and spend the money on it. But I'm telling you to go do that. It's amazing. The first thing is the Binks Pastry Tail, and if you've ever been to the Cheshire Cafe, they have a pastry there that's like the Cheshire Cat's tail, which is like a puff pastry that has a bunch of chocolate drizzle all over it. It pretty much, this looks like exactly like the same thing. I mean, identical, the exact same thing. But it is a cat tail, which is a pastry drizzled with dark chocolate, topped with Binks chocolate piece. To be honest with you, I've had the Cheshire Cat one. It's good. It's not something I would go, there's other places I'd rather go spend money on a treat. But if you're into those type of things, grab it. It's good. I'd rather go to Anti-Gravities and grab the other stuff too, But the other thing they have, which this sounds really good, is the Cold Witch's Brew coffee. It's a French vanilla cold brew with pumpkin spice foam, and a bunch of like Halloween sprinkles on top. That sounds good. I'm a coffee drinker, especially cold brew. So that just sounds really good, and I can't wait to try that. I want that. If I can figure out how to make pumpkin spiced foam, I'll definitely do that at home, which I don't think it's hard, but yeah, that looks really good. So, again, I'll post some photos of that on my social media. Now, to my favorite place in the world, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. I know a lot of you probably just rolled your eyes and are judging me, but I'm telling you, I love Cosmic Rays. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a great place to eat. Is it the best place to eat? No, but yeah, I think it's fantastic. I just love it. I love that toppings bar they have and everything about it. But they do have a burger there that you can get during regular park hours and the actual Halloween party, and it's the Bayou Burger. It's an all-beef patty, jalapeno, pimento cheese, crispy andouille sausage, and garlic pickles on like what looks like a brioche bun. It doesn't look like a lot, but let me tell you, I'm just thinking of all the flavor profiles, and this is just me being a chef thinking of layers of flavor. This just sounds amazing. Andouille is good on its own. Then you make it crispy, so you have that little crunch, the garlic pickles, and just I think this one is going to be like one of the top burgers at Disney. And if they could just make sure that burger patty is not overcooked and dry, yes, I think this might be one of the top burgers, because they already have one of my favorite burgers that's no longer on the menu, but it was the one that had the mac and cheese and the Cheeto dust on it, flaming hot Cheeto dust. That was insanely good. So I think this Bayou Burger is going to be great. And I'm guessing it's probably themed after like Dr. Facilier maybe, because of New Orleans. That's the only thing I can think of. But it looks fantastic. And then on to one of my other favorite quick service, the Friar's Nook, which if you don't know where Friar's Nook is, it's right outside of the carousel, right across from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And they have, in my opinion, one of like, I don't know, like underrated. Is that the word? Underrated menus. They have some good food there. They have a burger there, not so scary Halloween party, but they have a burger there that I wouldn't say is the best burger, but it's a really fun photo op. And that is the I just drew a blank. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's a Mr. Toad burger, and it's really cool. It's a good photo op, but they have some good food, and they're underrated, I think, in my opinion. But they have two options here for Not So Scary Halloween Party. And here's the thing. Both of them are only available during the party themselves. So you cannot get these during normal park hours. The first one is Hades Hot Dog, which is a spicy beef and pork hot dog. Hades relish, pickles served with house-made violet mustard. And really the mustard just looks like it's just been colored purple. And the relish is basically just looks like a normal relish, probably just a lot spicier, I'm assuming. I don't know what's in there that they don't say, but The fact that it says like Hades relish, I'm sure there's like peppers and spices in there or something. But again, it's a hot dog. It looks good. I love hot dogs, but again, if I'm going to eat one, they have to be top notch. And I love Casey's. But I do love Tater Tots, and they're known for their Tater Tots. And they have the Un Poco Loco Tots, which are their fantastic tater tots, which their tater tots are great. They're soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. And these are topped with chorizo sausage, green onions, and a Hades cheese sauce. And I did zoom in on the picture that Disney blog put out. And basically, it looks like the cheese sauce is just spiced with like cayenne and stuff like that, because you can see like a bunch of specks of like red, powder in there. So I'm guessing probably like paprika and cayenne, something like that inside the cheese sauce, which makes it hot in Hades. But it looks great. I love their tater tots there. So if you're a tater tot person, looking at Napoleon, get them. They're fantastic on their own. And now you put your chorizo and spicy cheese on it. Yeah, that's good. But you only can get that during the party. So make sure you get your tickets for the party. And then this place is, in my opinion, never open. But I guess they'll be open for the Not So Scary Halloween party, because this is only available during it. You cannot get it during normal park hours, because this place is never open. And I'm talking about the Golden Oak Outpost. Golden Oak Outpost is pretty much right between the lands of Pirates and Splash Mountain. It's just a small little shack. If you've been at Disney a long, long, long time, it used to be the old McDonald's fry stand. Great place. They do have some good food there, but the problem is they're never open. But they do have something for the Not So Scary Halloween party, and that is the Spellbinding Fried Pie, which is buffalo chicken, mozzarella, and blue cheese wrapped in a flaky pastry dough, and is topped with a jalapeno ranch aioli and a candy eye. The candy eye throws me off. Like, is it like candy? Like, is it going to be like a really sweet candy? I don't know. I don't think I would eat the candy eye. I think it would just be more decoration. So I think I would have to take that off and just get a little more of the jalapeno ranch aioli. But it sounds good. The picture of it looks really good. It kind of looks a little bit like the Pop-Tart you get at Woody's lunchbox, and but more savory, I guess you can say. Savory and spicy. But it's worth a try, especially if you are there for the party, because like I said, Golden Oak is not always open. They have weird hours, and if you can get something from there, fantastic. Now, the ice cream cart near Haunted Mansion does have something as well, which I did notice when I was reading through this, is that you could also get the same item at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. But if you're at the ice cream cart near Haunted Mansion, they have a chilling chamber pop. It's a chocolate crumbs, cherry buttercream, and dark chocolate pearls, topped with a tight rope Walker chocolate piece. They didn't release any photos for this one, so I'm not really sure what it looks like, but I'm assuming because it's also at Sleepy Hollow, my guess would be is that it's kind of similar to the push pop that they did a couple years ago with the stretching room chocolate pieces. That would be my assumption, just based off of how they put it. That is only available during the party, the ice cream cart near the Haunted Mansion, which I thought was pretty funny because you can get that at Sleepy Hollow during regular park hours. So I guess they're just setting that stand up just to, add another element to it. But if you want to try that, like during normal park hours, if you're not going, then go to Sleepy Hollow, which we'll get to in a second because they got some really good stuff there too. Let's kind of move a little bit to Main Street in the area, and the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor has a massive monster cookie ice cream sandwich. And when I say monster, it's literally 2 giant cookies with ice cream in the middle, and it's just like a sugar cookie filled with vanilla ice cream. And the cookie basically has just a bunch of like chocolate, kind of candy pieces all over it. Now, I did find something interesting though, is that that is available only during the Not So Scary Halloween party, but in Liberty Square, you can get just the cookie. So if you're not an ice cream person, but you want to try the cookie, they do have the cookie at Liberty Square Market, or will have it there because it hasn't opened yet. But they will have it there at Liberty Square Market, and that also is available only during. I'm sorry, that is available during park hours only. So you can't get the cookie just on its own during the actual Not So Scary Halloween party. So it's kind of weird. It's flip flopped. You get the ice cream sandwich with the same cookie only during the party, or you can get just the cookie with no ice cream during regular park hours. So a little odd, but I guess that's their way of spreading, the food around. I'm not sure. Main Street Bakery. Now this thing sounds fantastic. It's called Oh My Gourd Cupcake, and it has like a Mickey Mouse pumpkin on top, and it is a pumpkin spice cupcake, which you already got me there, and a cinnamon cream cheese icing, again got me there, finished with dark chocolate ears. It sounds so good and looks and like picture worthy wise. Like the ice cream sandwich to me, it's not picture worthy, it's not Instagram worthy, but this cupcake is totally Instagram worthy. It's beautiful. They put a lot of work into it pastry wise, and it's a beautiful cupcake. And I'm not a cupcake person normally, but I want that. Just all the elements of it sound amazing. But Pecos Bill has one. Oh, by the way, sorry, that cupcake is available during normal park hours and the Halloween party as well. Pecos Bill's has one, but it's only available during the party. And this looks interesting. It actually looks like an ear of corn, but it's a sweet almond corn cake. So almond vanilla cake dipped in white, orange, and yellow chocolate, topped with candy corn. It legitimately looks like an ear of corn. It looks so cool. I don't think this is something that I'm going to go get. I think there's better options out there for desserts. And the next one is the popcorn cart near Cinderella Castle. And this one has, in my opinion, this one might have, if you're a chocolate lover, this might have the best dessert of all Not So Scary Halloween party. And it's a Mexican spiced hot cocoa, and I quote cocoa as in the movie, Mexican spice hot cocoa brownie. And it's a spiced chocolate brownie with dark chocolate ganache topped with a Miguel chocolate piece. This thing just sounds good, looks good, and I think if you're someone who likes to take photos for your Instagram, this is an Instagram worthy dessert. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I would actually almost go as far as telling you that if you're going to get this, you also need to get the next thing I'm going to talk about, because I think they would go well together. And also that brownie is only available during the Not So Scary Halloween party. But it's Sleepy Hollow, which is like pretty much right around the corner from there. Sleepy Hollow has a Gravedigger milkshake, which is coconut and matcha blended, soft serve, topped with whipped cream, a Gravedigger shovel, and a chocolate gravestone. This is available only during the party as well. And flavor-wise, I actually think this brownie might go well with the shake. So this might be something you might want to kind of maybe grab together and just try, kind of like a brownie and milk almost. But it looks really good. Sleepy Hollow also has two more things. I already told you about the chamber pop, so I'm not going to tell you about that. I will say that it is available during park hours and the party. But the next one is a funnel cake. It's a funnel cake topped with chocolate ice cream, chocolate cookie crumbs, gummy worms, and Billy chocolate piece. This one looks pretty good, and this one is only available during the actual Halloween party itself. And then the snack cart near Cinderella's Castle has the M&M peanut butter churro, churro rolled in peanut dust, peanut sauce, chocolate sauce, and M&M peanut butter pieces. That's available all day, including the Halloween party. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, there's the last one. Hey, look at that. Sunshine Terrace, my favorite drink spot. It has a jack-o'-lantern float, and it's the citrus swirl, which, if you guys don't know what the citrus swirl is, it is the actual like ice cream, like the citrus swirl ice cream with Fanta orange. Okay. Now they take it one step further and they top it with a brown sugar whipped cream and graham cracker crumbs. I want to know, where was that when I got that recently? Like, where was that? That just sounds so good. It that drink is already one of my favorite things in the world, and now you're going to top it with brown sugar, whipped cream, and graham crackers. Come on, get out of here! I want that. So that's it with the food. The food is amazing, by the way. So if you're going to it, you got to try the food. Again, there's some things that are there. I'll put a link in our social media to the actual blog from Disney with this, so you guys can check it out if you are planning on going to the parks or the party itself. But just remember, they have the premium popcorn bucket. The Mickey Mummy is back that you can get during park hours and the party. They have a Donald Duck candy corn sipper that you'll be able to get at Cosmic Rays, Pecos Bill, Friar's Nook, Sleepy Hollow, and that's available all day. They have a couple other. I'm excited about this one. Is Zero Popcorn Bucket. This is Zero the dog from Nightmare Before Christmas. This is actually early October. It's not coming out till, but it is a Zero Popcorn Bucket, and it's going to be at various popcorn carts throughout the park. And it's only available during the Not So Scary Halloween party. So if you want the Zero one, you're going to have to go early October, or that's when it starts. But you're going to have to wait till October to go, and then you're going to have to go during the actual Halloween party itself. So that is the food portion of this whole thing. And it's amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And just remember, too, there's a lot of cool things that you can get while you're there. The photo pass experiences are fantastic. All of them are Halloween themed, especially if you and your family go dressed in Halloween costumes. It's just, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And then a ton of Halloween merchandise. I'm not even going to get into the merchandise because there's a lot of that, too. So I do want to tell you about a couple really cool options before we leave. And these options are kind of different add-ons you can do, similar to like a normal night at Magic Kingdom, but they do have a few dining experiences you can do. They have a not so spooky spectacular dessert party at the Tomorrowland Terrace, which similar to the normal fireworks. They also have the same dessert party for the fireworks at the Plaza Garden viewing as well. So there's two different locations that you can do the dessert party on, and then they have a bunch of table service dining that you can do, like Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table, and all of it is Halloween themed. So plan ahead, budget to make sure you can do this, because I'm telling you right now, it is worth every single penny. I'm not kidding. Every single penny. It is worth it. So that's pretty much it for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And I'm telling you, and I've already said this, if you've never experienced it and you want to splurge, go do this, because it's so much fun. There's so much to do. The food is spectacular. As an adult, you get to dress up for the only time of the year inside the parks without getting in trouble or kicked out. It's such a fun time. And I'm a Disney villain person. I love the Disney villains. And Jack Skellington's my favorite. So this is one of my favorite events. So I would say, do it. Plan it, do it. If you can't do it this year, plan for next year or the year after that. But I'm telling you right now, this is fantastic. And shameless plug, Explore the Mouse Travel can help you book that trip as well. So head to explorethemouse.com and send us a message on there, and we can help you book a trip for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party as well. So, well, I want to thank you so much for listening, and that is going to be it for this episode. It is chock full with information. I will put a lot of information out on our social media right around the release of this episode. So, actually, if you're listening to this, then go to the social media because it will be already out. And I'm going to put some links in there because this starts on the 12th of August in 8 days, right? 8 days or 7 days? 7 days. I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, 7 days. It's the 5th. So go check that out. And that is pretty much it. So again, thank you so much. And we appreciate everything that you do for us. Head to explorethemouse.com, Instagram, all that good stuff. You know what? I'm just going to let this guy say it. See you guys later. Thank you for listening to Explore the Mouse podcast. We invite you to fill your week with everything Disney and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Explore the Mouse. Also check us out at explorethemouse.com where you can find amazing photos from our trips, our blogs, and information regarding upcoming episodes. Have an amazing day. See you next week.